Hi there, my name is Hillary Walsh. I'm an immigration lawyer in Phoenix, Arizona. My law firm is New Frontier Immigration Law. One of our many passions is helping people get out of the detention center, released on a bond, if obviously we're not there just to win their whole case and let them be done with the immigration process in general. So this video is here to show you and teach you what the three most important things that you absolutely have to have if you're going to help your friend or your family member or loved one get out on an immigration bond. Before I go into those things, let me tell you why we need them. The immigration judge needs for the person who's detained, we call them the respondent in immigration court, we need for that person to show that they're not a flight risk and that they're not a danger to the community. So here's what you'll need. First, we have to know and verify the identity of the person who's detained. So a lot of times what we provide, the best evidence for that is going to be a passport from their home country. The original, like the actual document itself, not necessarily just a photocopy. If you don't have a passport, say it's lost or for whatever reason you don't have a passport for that person, even if it's expired, that would be fine. But if you don't have it, then the next best things are other forms of government issued ID, because we want to make sure, the government wants to make sure that the person that they're releasing is actually who they say that they are. So that's the first thing. We also need to know that the person who they're being released to, the sponsor, the person who's sponsoring the respondent, to say, I'm going to take care of them, I'm vouching for them, Scout's honor, we're going to show back up, this is all going to flight risk. We need evidence to show that that person is either a lawful permanent resident or a U.S. citizen, basically someone who's here with lawful status that's more permanent than just being a tourist or something like that. So you need to be a lawful permanent resident or a U.S. citizen in order to sponsor someone and basically be responsible for them if they're released. The third piece of information, and just to back up, those are going to be things like a copy of a green card or a copy of a U.S. passport. The actual photocopy in the situation is totally fine. It can also be a copy of a birth certificate if you were born here in the United States. So photocopies for those types of things are fine, where with the actual person who's detained, the original document is better for them. Okay, the third thing you absolutely have to have is something showing where the person is going to live. If they're released, where are they going to be living if we need to come find them? The best types of documents for this are going to be a telephone bill or a utility bill, a power bill, anything like that that shows the address of the sponsor who's a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident, so that, you know, it shows where they live and it shows their name, basically creates additional showing of stability for who that sponsor is. We provide a lot of other information just to continue to show that the person is not a flight risk and that they're not a danger, but those are the three things that you absolutely need to have. I went back before I started this live to try to calculate and come up with the number of how many people we've gotten out on bond, and it was too many to count. I started it the past 6 months, and it just became such a big task that I thought, I'm just going to jump on and do this video because you care more about the information than the actual number. But we're dedicated to getting people out of the detention center. And if you need help, if your loved one, friend, or family needs help with any of the detention centers here in Arizona, in addition to other detention centers all over the U.S. where we're helping people get released on bond, give us a call and we can give you information that will help you decide whether you want to hire us or another lawyer or go at it yourself. Our phone number is 623-742-5400, and we look forward to helping you get your loved one out on bond.